Hello everyone, Merry Christmas first and foremost. I know you guys have been waiting for this. I just wanted to take the time to address the issue that's been going on between me and BJ Pascual on his podcast with Killakush. So I'll just get right into it. To start, I messaged BJ on the day that the podcast went live, or I think a few hours after it, because my manager called me about it and had informed me about the video. And my manager also reached out to BJ's manager to talk about it privately. But BJ didn't come back to me until today, December 24. This will air tomorrow though, which is the 25th. And I'm gonna share first a screenshot of my message to BJ on the following stories, and as well as my manager's message to his manager. So we reached out to BJ back in May because we really wanted to work with him for my upcoming project, which is the EP that I released. And despite us following up many times and not getting replies for weeks at a time, which I will be posting the screenshots of after this, we were patient and pushed back our deadlines to accommodate BJ's schedule because we knew that he was booked and busy. So I actually had to move my release date because I wanted to respect the fact that he was working and he had a lot of things to do. And as someone who really was a fan and really wanted to work with him, I wanted to adjust my time and my release date instead so that we can really work together for the album art and the shoot. So I'm gonna put in the screenshots of that after this. We met for a total of 2 times on Zoom, and me and BJ had a couple of personal calls so that we could have an exchange of ideas, and we were both very excited for it. I still couldn't believe it at that time that I was working with him. We had a couple of things that we wanted to do for the first time, which I was really excited about. And on July 18, which is the screenshot that I had posted, my manager gave them a budget of $650,000 all in all for both the music video and photo shoot. Because initially it was just a photo shoot that we planned to do, but BJ kind of insisted that he wanted to try doing a music video for the first time, which I would not be against, since even at that time it was surreal for me that he was down to do that. So BJ's team did not get back to us about this budget despite my manager checking in and following up to make sure that the budget is doable to begin with, because we can't really have a shoot date without us being sure if the budget is even feasible for them, because on our end we understand if this is not something that they can work with. We would have pulled back immediately already from the start if they had only told us that this is not doable for them. That's not the price range that they can work with. We will respect that and just move on, move past it, and maybe work in the future for a different type of thing where both of us can align. So I posted the screenshot already of this, but they sent us an updated cost sheet of 1.2 million pesos, which is around 3 weeks after we sent our initial budget and kept on following up if it was feasible. This was 3 days before the shoot, and since we had already given our budget beforehand, we still tried to stretch it to 800K because I know that we really wanted to do this. We were thinking of not doing the music video anymore and we would just stick to 2 layouts. So my manager was trying to give out options so that we can still do it, so that none of the efforts go to waste. And I will be posting the screenshots of him saying all of that, and also the dates where we were trying to follow up so that you can have a better context. So after stretching the budget to 800,000 pesos, they came back on August 12, 2 days before the shoot, with a revised amount of 1 million pesos. This is why we wanted to be clear from the very start if that budget that we gave was doable or if it was feasible. Because if not, we really would have pulled back from the shoot. Out of respect also to them, that if that's not their rate, then, and we couldn't afford it, then we respect that to pull back from it. But even then, I remember my manager was trying to figure out ways to make it work. Out of respect for BJ's team and their time and efforts, I'm gonna include the screenshots of that here because I feel like in the podcast, those are the details that were left out. So, I know in the podcast they said that I was the one who canceled on the shoot, but in reality, my manager was still trying to make it work. He suggested to push the shoot to a later date so that none of the team's efforts go to waste, and also so that cancellation fees don't incur. But ultimately, at the end, BJ's team, not us, canceled the shoot, citing the differences in our production processes. So that's what the previous screenshot showed, that they accepted that we don't align. We didn't agree on the production budget. We had set our own budget way ahead of time so that we can confirm it. And they set their own budget way too soon to the deadline of the shoot, which is why it didn't work out.